Welcome to your weekly episode of the UnHinged podcast. I am one half of your lovely team. It's Vicky May.
And it's just Nene.
Yeah. So, not you got wine.
It is Sunday. It is
Yeah.
Sunday. I am allowed to partake in red wine on Sunday. Okay, God didn't God like turn water into wine? Okay,
He did. He did.
okay.
He very,
So I think we're good. I think we're good.
FYI and disclaimer, y'all. If y'all hear Mickey Mouse playing in the background, I am babysitting. So yeah. So if you hear TT Vicky or hear Meatball, that's that's where we at with it. Yeah. But what's been going on in your world for this past week? Like a lot has happened.
Child, from Diddy's school closing. Well, I'm sorry, not his school closing, but his preparatory school that he co-founded is, in the shits. To Mike Tyson about to. Have you seen the deal that he has made for this fight?
No, I have not. What is the deal?
And what else is going on? Oh, the Cardi B dropping her part to Munch, and then Walmart. It's a lot over here.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about on so as you can see, we just jump right into the talk your shit segment. So first on the docket, I know you posted a video about Lake Lanier and the water slide.
Girl.
How they thought that was a good idea is beyond. I would never.
Someone called it the feeding tube to Lake Lanier. Like,
hell yeah! And it's you showed me the comments or told me to check out the comments. Somebody posted like, "Have you ever been swallowed?" Bro, I lost it. I was just like,
the amount of Black people that have not heard of this story is, baffling. But there are a lot of African American stories and stories about our towns being destroyed. But the fact that they flooded this town and they used the town to make electricity for, whatever. And now you're turning it into a spring and summer resort area. Like, and over 200 people have died there.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's sickening, and it speaks to a bigger issue at play, because if they had the money to do that, they had the money all along to drain that whole lake, and that's what people have been fighting for. Because
I'm curious to see what's still under. I want to see what's still under there.
Yeah.
Like, if there's still remnants of Oscarville under Lake Lanier, which I still think is there because they didn't clear anything.
Yeah.
They didn't clear anything out. And the fact that even in the advertising photo, there were no Black people in the advertising photo. It was the only white people in the advertising.
That was the wildest shit. I'm just like,
come on down. Slide to your death.
No. And then
I just wanted to give my people a fair warning not to bring their Black asses out there and do some dumb shit. That ain't for us.
That'd be the wildest part too. And then you also brought up the Walmart self-checkout, man. It's like, what was please explain to the people what that was, because man.
So basically Walmart is tired of losing product. They're tired of being stolen from, and it's their fault. It's their fault their loss prevention has gotten so high, because they decided they wanted to be cheap, and they wanted to either fire or lay off a lot of their cashiers, or they weren't paying them enough to survive. So what they did was, let me go the cheap route. Let me put in automatic self-checkout. It's great until people start checking out shit that don't match the shit they actually buying. So Walmart said, oh, okay, well, since you guys want to steal, and it's not everybody, we are going to now make Walmart self checkout a membership. You have to buy a Walmart Plus membership, which is $98 a year in order to use self checkout. Now, Walmart does claim that they're going to hire more cashiers, but we know that's not
Goodbye.
I tried to say
Goodbye.
that with a straight face.
Oh, like, hey, they barely want to hire. Like, hey, the ones that's working now barely want to work.
It's always two lines open it don't matter what Walmart you go to. It's always going to be like two cashiers out there no matter what. So I am trying to figure out I think it's a money grab. I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
feel like because there are a lot of Walmarts that are just self checkout. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are saying it's to the discretion of each Walmart store. But what Walmart will not want to get extra money?
Yeah,
I'm really asking that. What Walmart does not want to be at the top of this?
yeah,
I'm
yeah. Which
I really
makes
want to know
sense.
that. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to flood those lines. They're going to make them longer. They're going to force people to have to buy those memberships, which is wrong. It's wrong. And Target is about to start doing something similar to it as well. Target is going to make their self checkout for people who do like Instacart or people who like shop for other people, or you have to be a part of their Target membership.
Target.
So, girl, at Target, I mean, you know, Target is started doing like if you're under a certain age, you can't come in without an adult.
That is wild. Like, huh? That is wild.
Yeah, I mean, I get coming in without an adult being a certain age because I don't feel like, you know, certain ages should be in any store by themselves for safety reasons in general. But charging people to do self checkout, like I'm doing your work and I gotta pay to do your work. Like, y'all want to fight. And the way my video blew up, it's almost at what, 1 million views. And nobody's happy about this. And these people's like, oh, well, you could just get the Walmart Plus card. I got it on EBT for $42 a year. Everybody ain't got fucking EBT.
Bro, what?
They was like, and it was one of them. It was a white girl. She was in my comments saying, well, I got it on EBT. I got it on
Everybody
that.
know.
So
I'm like, child,
and I took her damn comment just and I had to just punch at her a little bit because baby, you were sitting up here as a white woman talking about you got EBT and that's how you trick the system. If you know somebody who got that, that's how you trick the system. Like, come
craziness.
on now.
He
I think
craziness.
Walmart is in for a rude awakening and there's so many other places to shop. You can shop online at Amazon. You can do Temu. You can go to Marshalls, TG Maxx. You can go to Aldi's. There are so many other places you could shop besides Walmart.
Right. Yeah. Period. You actually
Walmart is
can.
ghetto.
Yeah.
Just like that, just like that. That's Miss Kept Wife life ghetto.
Man, listen. I saw her video, and the fact that listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's nothing wrong. Granted, we all do stuff in life. Now, granted, I did not grow up in the hood. I grew up. I had friends who did live in the hood, though. I didn't grow up in the hood, so I'm hood adjacent, if that makes sense. But
We all
the
got hood
fact
in
that
her, whether we hood or Jason or not.
yeah, I'm just like, what I did not like is her. It's kind of the equivalent of people having a issue with the real issue at hand, whether it be the people you don't like, hood people you don't like being around. Now, granted, I ain't gonna hold you. Would I go sit up in not to tell where we from, but it's a certain hood that sits in the middle of Central Georgia. I would not go like after night. Like we know not to go there after 8 p.m. But to the average person, you know, I ain't hanging out in no hood. I ain't hanging out in Fort Hill. I ain't hanging out in Bloomfield. I ain't hanging out over that
Hey
way.
now.
But well, I mean, listen, Southside love y'all, but hell no. Like hell no. But
Now, not too much.
there's something to be learned from, and there's still beauty in the most unconventional places. Like there's beauty in like, because I mean, think about it. A lot of the stuff we mimic, or a lot, well, not we, because obviously we're in the culture. A lot of these people, we move the culture. Hood people move the culture. Without them,
Girl,
y'all wouldn't have fashion. Y'all
oh,
wouldn't
she's a
have
white
hairstyle.
You got white designers creating baggy pants with
Like
boxers under them. Like if that ain't the hood, I don't know what it is, baby. You got so much art, music. AAVE comes out the hood. It don't come out the fucking suburbs. It comes straight from the hood. African American English vernacular comes directly from the projects, directly from the ghetto. And anytime someone uses it, they're using part of the hood and the ghetto in their life. Our dances are mainly created in the hood and in the ghetto. That is one thing Black people have been able to sustain over generations is our creativity. And I think it's because we were so stifled when we first got to this country. All we could do was fucking imagine. And imagining in the most poorest places. Like I said in my video, every Black person in America has come from the hood because all of our ancestors had to start at one point. Now, what pissed me off about this light skinned bitch, and I'm going to say it just like that, what pissed me off about this yellow heifer was her colorism. Now, I'm brown skinned, I'm in the middle, and that shit pissed me off. Like,
Yeah.
she uses her colorism as like this sounding board to make her better. Baby, you got 2 mugshots. You deserted 2 children. You left them so you could go strip.
Wait, I didn't see that part. Wait. What you mean deserted? You
She
talking about
has,
Drea Michelle deserted, or are we talking just like you left your kid? Like, what you mean
baby,
deserted?
she left her kids, 2 daughters, left her children with the father who was in the military to move to another state so she could strip. She left them in Florida. I think she left them in Georgia and came to Florida or vice versa so she could strip. And that's how she found that sugar daddy that she got that DV case with. Yeah. And the bad thing is they found text messages of her. One of our mutuals put this up in his video. Not Ethiopian, Haitian, what's his name with the locks? He got all the videos, girl. He got screenshots of her. I guess the daddy sent the messages out, but she would basically message the kids, message the little girls, what you want for Christmas. That's the kind of parent she was, or she still is now. She don't even mention her kids. She's talking about kept life, baby. Where are your kept children? Like, where are your kept children? You a Christmas mama. She's a Christmas mama. The fact that you deserted your 2 children to go strip, which ain't nothing wrong because my mama was a stripper, but she brought the ones home to us and we counted them together. The fact that you left your children to go to another state so you could be under a man who is basically not your sugar daddy, but your pimp, he ran the money, you know. And you got two mugshots. I'm from the hood, baby. I ain't got not one mugshot on me. And she was like, I don't think ghetto is getting arrested and ghetto is this and ghetto that. Ghetto is a personality trait. Bitch, you are a person.
If anybody ghetto, it's you, girl.
This
Like,
bitch for a frying pan.
she is literally a Walmart book on that.
Girl, I found her stripper flyer on Instagram. Somebody tagged me in her stripper flyer. Girl, she got the little tassel thigh boots.
So now, but
Kept
this
life,
speaks to
girl. You did some got 3000 for that kept life, and you deserted your kids to get that kept life, and you have the nerve to talk about people who are from the hood and from the ghetto. Some of the best poets, musicians, artists, doctors, lawyers, all came from the fucking hood. And I will stand 10 tones down on the fucking hood, bitch. I got 2 names. The first name is a work name, and the second name is fuck around and find out. I don't like women like that. I don't like women like that. I do not like women who know exactly who they are, but they hide that shit so they can be a part of a society that they don't even belong in. Because if they actually knew who the fuck you really was, they would down your ass so much. They would turn their noses up at you so much. You would not be able to walk in the vicinity of these people. But yet you deserted your children. You were willing to desert your kids in order to get that lifestyle. And you beat up your husband because he wouldn't make you beef, steak, and eggs or some shit like that.
wait.
She went to jail one time for her man not making her breakfast. The second one, she lied on him and told the police that he had actually put his hands on her.
Child.
And she was like, well, he stayed with me. Of course he stayed with your ass. You probably 10 years younger than him. And now she done turned off her comments. You can't comment on her shit. You can't tag her. I called her a
But
hood
it's
rat and I got censored.
you, bro.
Oh yeah, I caught another warning. I forgot to tell you that off of calling her a hood rat.
And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking our talents, we're transitioning our talents, and we're spreading them out to YouTube because
I would love to square up with a chick like that. I ain't even finna lie.
like they need to go get us canceled. Like I just
Would
speaking
because
of,
those type of women piss me off because you think because you light skinned and you got hair, bitch. I'm brown skinned with an orange undertone, sweetheart. I have European features. I got hair down the crack of my ass. You think I'm finna fuck around on my people like that? No, bitch. We don't do that shit. We don't do that
and
shit.
I know Nene, she doesn't subscribe to this, but on my side, you
No,
know,
I
where
don't
we
fucking do it.
love and kindness, even if we don't agree. So,
No, the fuck. You wrong.
but
I'm gonna drag you. That's the end
that
of the story. You turn on your own people, the people you actually are. Yeah, you are undeserving of my kindness and love. Bitch, I'm finna drag you for filth like I did in that video.
the wild part is she stood. Now, granted, only thing I can respect about this situation, she stood on her 10. As wrong as she was, she stood on her 10. But it was just like,
I
man,
don't respect hoes that stand on lies.
yeah, I mean, valid point.
That is shaky
And
ground, and that's how quickly it took one night. One night. It didn't even take a whole night. It took a couple of hours for people to dig up her shit. It took a
it's the
couple of hours.
and it's the fact that you know you got shit out there and proceed to say shit like that. It's like, ma'am, have you yeah,
I don't go to the ghetto. I used to work in a ghetto, and every time I go to the ghetto, I just feel so uncomfortable because the ghetto girls with the weaves and the nasty weaves will always try to jump me. I see why they
girl.
wanted to step on your fucking neck. I get it now. I would have been one of them with them. Like, let her pop up and say something wrong. Let her open her mouth because I guarantee you she's one of those females that will run their mouth and think because she is a certain look on her that everybody's just gonna let her keep talking.
Yeah, but this is the conversation I saw a lot of people point out too. Was her proximity to whiteness is the reason she feels like she could talk like that.
And that's why I told
Ma'am.
you she did
Yeah.
she did the most ruthless thing you could do is desert your children to be in
Yeah.
that proximity. And
Yeah.
I said this in my video that she's one of the most dangerous type of individuals because although she may fight and scrap and give and sacrifice to be in that position, she's looking at
Yeah.
those women like, how can I break you down and how can I get in your place? She's one of those
Listen.
calculated individuals. She
And
would
don't
smile in
be
your face and little plot and scheme in the back to get your life.
and that be the wildest shit. Cause it's like, girl, at the end of the day, how they see us, we're still black. You still black, no matter how much proximity to whiteness you think you have. Still black. You still still
And black
black.
come in
And
all shades.
yeah, and it's those type of black people in terms of individualism that just I shake my head at it. It's like, sis, you not as far removed from blackness as you think you are. Hold on, right quick. This is my mama. She coming to get me, ball. Let me pause this. Hold on.